let's talk about Suicide Squads first. It's not on the main docket, but they had their patch notes come out this morning, okay? Or should I say lack of the patch notes for Suicide Squad this morning, okay? Now, they make a reference, which, look, at least there's communication. Since last week when we talked about there was no communication for like 6 days, in the last 6 days, there's been a lot of communication from the director of the game and also just the community manager and then the Discord. Stuff has actually been said and talked about now, which is much better than it was the first week where nothing was talked about at all. So Suicide Squad's patch notes came out this morning. They shut down at 3 o'clock a.m. Eastern time this morning, and then it's a 9 gig patch. So make sure you do your update. So it says, all right, so this is the patch notes for February 14th. Oh, happy Valentine's Day for those of you that celebrate Valentine's Day. Okay. It says, hello, Task Force X. We want to start out by saying thank you for everyone who played Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League so far, and we love hearing about the stories that you have in Metropolis and can't wait to continue to fight against Brainiac with you. Now, this patch mainly addresses some of the bug and difficulty scaling issues that are affecting players as they progress through the higher mastery levels 40 plus. Now, we hope that these changes will lead to more balance, a varied overall enjoyable experience as the takeover increasing challenges. Now, before I even read the remainder of it, we talked about, and Sarge brought this up on the GXG podcast last week, he said that the internet issues or the server issues are probably so minute that the bigger problem was the burn and the scaling and the level mastery for the people. Now, if you think about this, if you go to your, at least on an Xbox, if you go to your achievement list, okay, you can see that people that are playing in the end game in the 40 plus mastery level, that percentage is less than 1%. Less than 1%. PlayStation has more players than Xbox, okay? They're less than 1%. But if you think about this, why did they make these changes for Suicide Squad for the mastery levels and changing the burn effect if this game was dead and they're looking at long term? They had to fix this now before it gets worse as they add more content into the game. So this is why they fixed the burn. This is why they fixed the mastery level 40, because as more things come into the game, more people are going to come and play the game. So I think they're looking at this as long-term. This is why they haven't fixed the internet issues just yet. So it says, we do, however, know that there's some players, right? And they say some players. Some of the players are running into issues which are addressed in the patch. These include, but are not limited to, matchmaking issues, log issues, performance issues, and progress issues, amongst others. While we were not able to get to those fixes implemented in this patch, know that we are aware of these frustrations, and this may cause you working on making further improvements to the upcoming patches. We will be updating a known issue channel in our official Discord in the near future as the status is developed. We'll see you in Metropolis. So, as you can tell, the problems with the burn effect and the mastery levels of the 1% of the 1%ers inside of the end game is more important than the actual server issues for the people that are having connection issues, can't play multiplayer, and can't do anything. I find this a little funny because they're the ones that made this an online game from day one, and we asked for an offline mode. And yet right now, a majority of us, and when I say us, I'm not talking about the entire gaming industry. I'm talking about, at least in our community, most of us are not playing multiplayer because we keep getting disconnected. And when I go watch people on Twitch or YouTube playing the game, they also have problem with connection issues, right? There's desync happening. So it has to be a pretty big problem, but yet they didn't fix it. They rather fix the burn effect, which, look, they do them. I'm just giving you my thoughts on it because it seems a little odd to me that the server issues in a game that they wanted to be online multiplayer co-op that they wanted to do, which most of us are playing solo right now in a game that's always online, that we wanted an offline mode. Go figure, right? So bug fixes. It says, fix the bug that causes burning damage to scale with both player damage buffs and enemy debuffs. Burning damages should only be scaling via enemy debuffs, okay? It says, fix the bug allowed Toyman to stack multiple of the same augments on your gear. It said, fix the bug that sometimes prevented modifications to augment on your gear from saving after existing multiplayer sessions and joining a single-player session. Changes in this release. Heatwave, Multi-Skin, and Turtle Shell have their damage reduction reduced from 100% to 90% because basically you would become immune and you would not be able to take any damage, and they went, all right, let's fix that. Let's make it from 100% to 90, which I think is fine, right? Due to some players exploiting certain mission mechanics, vehicle kills during Gizmo's support squad missions no longer grant XP, and you're still awarded XP for the mission completion. I think this is one of the reasons that these servers were problem happening in the broader scheme of things, right? People, look, this is how it works in this day and age in 2024, okay? someone finds an exploit, they make a YouTube video of it, everyone sees the YouTube video, they start doing the exploit as well, and then it starts to do taxing on the actual servers. Because in a mission, they fixed it, so I'll talk about it now. In a mission, Gizmo mission, the last one, you would just go up in the air and shoot a whole bunch of stuff. There's these tanks that kept spawning, and you would just keep blowing them up, and you would just get unlimited XP. So people would have all the rewards on the ground. It would slow down their actual game, and you would have to reset, start again, and people would do it. Well, now do this 1,000 times, right? Thousands of times where people were doing it. Well, that's the actual problem, I think, is why the server issues are happening and the desyncing and stuff like that, because everyone, I don't want to say everyone, but generalistically, a lot of people, okay, are doing this glitch to get XP, okay, because path of least resistance, right? So they fixed that. Now you just get the XP for the completion of the mission. Okay, next one is, with the fix of burning damage, players will be less likely to get the same mastery levels as before. As a result, we will be creating a new leaderboard in the interest of fairness. Fear not, though, as we will be archiving an existing leaderboard, so you can also currently atop the rankings and will live on in infamy. It says also, with this fix coming burn damage scaling and hearing that the concerns around hitting a wall and climbing mastery levels, we have reduced enemy health scaling for mastery levels 46 and above. To keep things challenging, enemies at mastery level 46 and above will now deal more damage. Yay, right? They have less health, but they also hit more damage, okay? I would like to put my hat in the ring when you... I've said this live on the stream. I have a problem when you play by yourself in those missions when you have 3 NPCs with you, because all of the bad guys aim towards you, okay? But when you play with multiplayer, 2, 3, 4 people, it spreads it out, because then they start aggroing and targeting other guys that are playing with you. But they only aggro you when you're by yourself, and that's a problem, okay? So there you go. There's the changes that they've told us this week, or for this patch notes. What's going on, Luke? Waterbear says, well, 30, nerfing the fire build is the most important thing. I would think the reason they did that over the connection issues, and Sarge, I think, is 100% correct on this, less people were having connection issues. And by this, here, again, I'll go to my YouTube channel, right? I made a poll on my YouTube channel, and let me go to the channel. And we're a very small channel, right? Very small channel, but we had a lot of votes for it. Okay, so I want to show you our community. We had 576 people vote on this, and I asked the question: now that Suicide Squad is out, are you having server issues since it has come out? And 72% said no. No, they have not had any server issues. Okay, and 28% said yes. Right, now I know it's a small sampling, and it's hitting me, it's hitting you, it's hitting other people that are in our community. Okay, but overall, 72% haven't experienced anything. But I also like to think about, out of that 72%, how many people are not even trying to play online and they're just playing by themselves? Okay, that's a fundamental, I don't know, but 72% is a big. So what Sarge said was, it was probably such a small portion of it that the burn damage was more important, and fixing the end game stuff, because the people that are enjoying the game, they're trying to fix that in the long run, because as more guns come in, more things get broke. If the burn effect plus the new weapons that come in, they could break the game even further. So they had to adjust and reference it now and fix it now. Mr. Luke says, I feel like Rocksteady have patched what they can patch, and their end, and the server issues are not a full in the control of waiting for the WB to pay for better servers, etc. I don't know if it's they ran out of servers, Luke, or if some of the glitches that were happening, right? They fixed the Gizmo glitch where people were doing that exploit. That might help out with the server stuff. Dave Rose says, the nerf and the burn and the update of the store, but don't fix real problems. I can't even run excursions to better my character because my mastery levels are locked. Fuck you, Rocksteady. I'm in the same boat as you, Rose, and this is why I'm part of that 28%. I'm part of the 28% where I try to play online with people, and it just disconnects me. I can't go up my mastery levels because I'm being, it's like a sweat fest going on by myself. And when I go in with other people, it makes it a little less, right? Because you're not being aggroed with everybody. So we'll see. Come on, Hemi. Dave Rose says also, so they make them hit harder, so you have to play multiplayer, but you can't because you're broke as fuck and tried playing multiplayer last night. The game keeps freezing and the hard crashes 3 times. Yeah, it's like I said, we're part of the 28%, right? Just like I always say about the majority minority, supposedly we're part of the minority of the people that are having issues. It sucks to have issues, but I think on their end, they had to fix the burn and stuff. And now going forward, they said they do recognize it and they are going to try to fix it. So I'll give them a little leeway, but here we are. We're, 2 weeks in now? 2 weeks in? Pepsi says, that's what I said at the end of the stream a few days ago. Who would like to know that number? Right, Krebsy. Rose says the same. I can't run solo because it crashes, but I also can't play solo because my levels are bugged. I don't think I have a level bug thing. What's the solo? Your levels are bugged. What's happening there? They're definitely going to have to fix these issues before season 1, or it will be a problem. Well, I think they had to fix the problems with the burn effect before season 1 came out, and they also have to fix these server issues before. If this goes into 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks, and season 1 comes out and we're still having server issues, this is Marvel's Avengers all over again as far as the server side. This is going into the same territory as Marvel's Avengers with the server issues. Come on, Makoki. Are you still playing Suicide Squad, or you have a fully switched over to Helldivers 2? No, I'm playing both. I played Suicide Squad Monday. We played Helldivers last night. But unfortunate part here is that I'm trying to play multiplayer. I want to try to get my characters up in Suicide Squad, but I'm one of the people in this 28%, okay, that basically are having issues with multiplayer. And because I'm having problems with multiplayer, I can't level up my mastery levels because I have no help. So my characters are not built high enough yet. If I suck, whatever it is, I was going up mastery levels, but now I hit a wall. So I have to wait for them to fix the server issues before I can continue leveling up my mastery level. So in the meantime, Helldivers 2 is here. In a bakery, it's easier to adjust the cook time, or the complete evolution of the oven. Open another oven to increase the production. That's the way I see it. And fixing the burn before server issue. Water says, don't make me go and play Foam Stars. My mastery levels on the incursions are locked, even though I'm infinite level 30. I can only do the first level. Have you done, and this is like one of those operators, Rose. Have you tried plugging it in? This is what it's going to sound like. Have you gone around to all the 3 and done the same mastery level with each one? Just asking. I'm sure you have. Just asking. Like, your game I want to play, but your game doesn't want me to play. Same exact thing happened with Marvel's Avengers. I want to play your game, but you wouldn't let me play it for 14 days, so I went to go play something else. Yeah, after my stream today, Luke, if you're on, I'll try to jump in for like one game or 2 games just to test it out with you, if you don't mind.